So we met up in Salt Lake City early this morning. I went with the Colorado Student Power Alliance, a member from the Colorado Progressive Coalition, as well as Chris Hicks, who's from Jobs with Justice. We all met up outside of the Grand America Hotel to protest at the Wells Fargo shareholders meeting. It's been in San Francisco for the past 16 years, but for the past 3 years, the organization from California, ACE, has networked with a bunch of other groups and showed up with what they said was thousands of protesters to condemn Wells Fargo's practices. Basically, students are given loans with exorbitantly high interest rates, and they end up in a hole from which they cannot escape. And so Wells Fargo presumably was trying to avoid that negative attention by moving their meeting to Salt Lake City this year. We spent our time outside chanting, waving our signs, gaining attention from cars driving by and shareholders going into the meeting. Some of our group members actually had proxy shares, so they went into the meeting.
I was fortunate enough to be on the inside team to infiltrate the Wells Fargo shareholders meeting. I think my first impression was it was pretty alarming to see how militarized it was. Security was everywhere. They had their own private security. They had Salt Lake City police as well. A woman whose name was Manuela, she had her house illegally foreclosed upon. She was raising her hand the entire time, and John Stump was calling on people, everybody except her. All the white men got to ask the questions and voice their complaints, and Manuela didn't. So she interjected, and that's kind of how it all started.
I came here because I'm tired of Wells Fargo giving me dual tracking. I have tried everything with them. I lost my home to them, but I'm fighting. I'm still in my house, but I'm fighting. And I joined ACE because they're supporting any home owner that lost or they're losing the properties. So I'm here. I have never done this in my life, but I'm doing it because I see what's going on. They are attacking the communities.
She was cut short. Security was quick to stop her, after which another ACE member spoke up, started to tell her story, and then it finally progressed to the COSPA members. A citizen's arrest was attempted by one of the ACCE members.
We had scheduled an 11 o'clock press conference.
I came all the way from Denver with students, and we came here and went into the board meeting to directly tell John Stump that we're putting him on notice, that if he continues to fight against higher education, then we are going to work with students like the students in McAllister to get Wells Fargo off of our campuses. We need Wells Fargo to work with students to create a process for loan modification that will allow students to pay what their degrees are actually worth. My peers are graduating into debt that they cannot repay when we've been promised by the generations before us that education is the way to a profitable future.
It was interesting. It was a phenomenal experience to be there, very empowering, and I would definitely do it again.